Hi there, Taurus and Virgo and Capricorn. We are about to jump into some tarot and oracle cards to see what guidance Spirit has for the earth signs this week. I, of course, am Shaniqua, and you're looking at my channel, What Shaniqua's Into. I like to make tarot readings and content around personal development and growth and writing. So let's jump in and see what messages Spirit has for the earth signs this week. This will apply to you if you are if you are an earth, sun, moon, or rising sign. The tarot deck that we're using this week is the Everyday Tarot by Bridget Esselmont of Biddy Tarot. We're also using oracle cards from the Personal Power Oracle deck by Deja Druitt and the Yogic Path Oracle by Sahara Rose. Okay, and the spread that we are using this week is Learn, Unlearn, Reject, Accept. So let's flip over the tarot cards and see what you guys got. This week, we are asked to learn a lesson from the Six of Wands, unlearn some aspect of the Six of Swords, reject some aspect of the King of Cups, and accept an aspect of, oh Lord, of the devil. Okay, all right, earth signs, okay. Your yogic path card is Buddhi. And then your personal power oracle card is I am supported. And this literally is like my favorite card from this deck. Okay. So the earth signs this week, you all, just looking at the tarot cards, we're going to read from the guidebook for the oracle cards, but you guys are being guided to stop running away from something that you want. The Six of Wands is about being celebrated and recognized for not just your accomplishments, but who you are as a person and the struggles and difficulties that you've overcome. It's recognizing the strength of your character, your virtues, and just sort of basking in that and like letting yourself be recognized and also being okay recognizing others. It's like celebrating like what you've done and like what other people have done. This really is a card of accomplishments, right? And as something that you're learning, I feel like for many of the earth signs, because you guys are so like practical and grounded and like materially minded in a good way, you all tend, not always, but earth signs tend not to really dwell in the realm of like emotion. You all are very focused on like what's real, what's tangible, what's here, what needs to be done, what are my responsibilities, you know what I mean? Like you guys are very in the world in a sense. And the energy of the Six of Wands is, it's immaterial, it's intangible, it's something that is more conceptual than concrete. And you all need to learn to move from the concrete and tangible and bring more of the intangible, the theoretical, the energetic into your life, and to just sort of be okay with being in that space of other people recognizing you and celebrating you. And you need to unlearn an aspect of leaving something unfinished behind, of leaving it unfinished. The Six of Swords is about mental transition, and it's often about or indicative of accepting help from other people to help you move on from something. And falling into the position of what is being unlearned, I feel like for many of the earth signs watching this video, you all probably have a tendency to cut things off and walk away from anything that makes you feel uncertain or unsure, or like you're just not as grounded as you normally are. And there's some aspect of something that you've tried to distance yourself from or cut off completely that is actually good for you and needed right now. And so you need to learn how to sort of do an about face, do a U-turn, and go back toward what you've been running away from. And I feel like you've been doing that because there are a lot of emotional triggers that you're uncomfortable with in that situation. King of Cups is normally considered one of the coldest kings of the tarot. Kings are all fire, but cups are obviously water. So this king in particular has energetic opposition within him. Typically, water would put fire out, but since he is a king, he carries that fire energy as well. So how does that manifest? People who carry King of Cups energy, which I think is actually quite fitting for earth signs, they don't let their emotions get put on display very often, and they are very hesitant, not to say they won't do this, but like very hesitant to let their emotions dictate their actions. And so King of Cups normally represents someone who is very diplomatic, someone who has a lot of emotional control. Like this could be someone who is really ecstatic or like joyful or anxious in a good way about something, and they'll just come off like cool as a cucumber. Or the opposite could be true, where they are really dealing with like intense emotional turmoil and pain. But again, on the outside, they just seem cool as a cucumber. And it's because there's an understanding that your actions and emotions have a reach, they have a ripple effect. And so people who embody King of Cups energy are often really mindful about and like concerned with making sure that their emotions do not negatively impact anybody else around them. So they embody their leadership by displaying emotional intelligence and being able to empathize from a distance with pretty much anybody that comes into their sphere. But earth signs are being asked to reject some aspect of the King of Cups. And so thinking about that emotional distance and control and things being below the surface, I just really feel like this week earth signs need to express themselves. You guys need to say what you've been feeling to that person that you've been trying to walk away from. You guys need to be okay with being seen for the emotional creature that you are as a human, and not just the organized and hardworking person that you display yourself to be, because you are those things, but you are your emotions as well. And I just feel like there's too much of an emotional disconnect for you with what you're actually feeling based on what you think you should be displaying. So whatever you're trying to walk away from, distance yourself from, cut yourself off from in an effort to maintain emotional control is in fact what you need to go toward and bring more of into your life, because it's going to help you with connecting to your emotions and expressing them in a way that you haven't allowed yourself to do up to this point. And accept that you want stuff, accept that you have desires. The devil is probably one of the cards that scares people the most when it comes to the tarot, because it literally shows people like held by a chain by like a Baphomet style character. And in our collective consciousness, we have been conditioned to be afraid of these types of symbols. But the devil really is about taking your power back from a situation that you have allowed to control you. Okay, and it also is about desire and what makes you feel good physically, right? So this can indicate sex, it can indicate drugs, it can indicate, it can even be something as light as like dancing, you know what I mean? But anything that puts you squarely into your body, into the physical, and gives pleasure according to what you desire. This can be a card of hedonism, and just really like letting loose and letting go and not worrying about your inhibitions and what you should do or shouldn't do. And this has fallen into the position of what the earth signs need to accept this week. So again, I just feel like there's a lot of you that have been denying yourselves of something or someone that you really, really want, like have a strong desire for. And this week, things are lined up for you to have what you've been denying yourself of. I feel like for some of you, there may be a fear that if it's a person that you want, I feel like some of you are afraid that like, if you show your true self to the person you truly desire, they won't want you back. Not so much in a like, I'm not good enough way, but maybe you feel like the person or situation or experience that you're desiring is like, not so much that you're not good enough for it, but that it or they might be too good for you. Put all of that out of your mind, because the cards are clearly saying like, you need to go for that thing. You need to feel good. I feel like a lot of the earth signs have not been giving themselves permission to feel good, either because of like recognition from other people, or feeling good because of actually letting yourself enjoy the pleasures that life has to offer. Some of y'all are just a little bit too buttoned up right now, and there's a need to really connect with and embrace your desires rather than holding yourself back and convincing yourself that it's not appropriate or would have some sort of harmful effect, because that's not what the cards are indicating right now. So give yourself permission to do that. Let's see what the guidebook says for the booty card from the Yogic Path Oracle. I want to say that's like understanding that you are the Buddha, but yeah, it's a spirituality card. Let's see, page 27. Okay, Buddhi, inner wisdom and intellect. The upright meaning, wise one, you are now remembering what you were born with, all the answers that you are seeking. You've realized life is not about learning, but rather relearning, letting go of the illusions so we can remember our innate solutions. You have silenced the chattering of the mind to allow the whispers of the soul to speak, and are now beginning to truly read the vast textbooks that exist inside you. This is the time to rewrite your story, authored by the greater wisdom of your soul, Buddhi. And the reversed meaning, you've done a great job at listening to your parents, teachers, friends, acquaintances, and society. However, you are still left clueless to the deeper questions. Why are you here on this planet? Now it's time to go deeper. Let go. This is perfect. Let go of being the perfect child, student, friend, employee, citizen. Question what you have been taught. Ask if it is truly serving you. Be ready to experience the shattering of the universe that happens when you wake up. It is in those pieces that you put your truest life back together. Your Buddhi wisdom will guide you. I think that part in particular about letting go of the need to be this perfect citizen, perfect student, perfect employee, child, etc. I feel like that is really pertinent to the messages that we've already talked about, especially with regard to the devil and the King of Cups. And even so much, even partially for the Six of Wands, because if you're fearful of not being seen as perfect, then that can play into why you need to learn to be seen. You need to learn to be celebrated for you in an authentic way. So give yourself that permission. Let go of that notion that you have to constantly be on and productive and like perfect, because that's not the point of life, okay? So let's read from the guidebook for I Am Supported from the Personal Power Oracle. Love this card, love the art for it. I am supported. Once you make a decision, the universe conspires to make it happen. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Whether you know this or not, you are always supported by spirit. This definition varies based on your belief system, but I believe we have many spirits on the other side who love and support us. They are always watching over us and help to guide us on our path and purpose. These spirits can be your pets, friends and family who have passed on, or ancestors and angels of different sorts. In the end, we are never alone, so if you ever feel like you are, reach out to your guides or loved ones on the other side. Pray or ask for help or a sign. You can also simply speak to the universe as a whole and allow it to show you the answer. So this is just confirmation that you've got a spirit squad. You've got helpers and allies and guides that are, physical in nature. They're not on our planet. They may be passed on family members or friends or acquaintances. They could be full-blown deities or angels. Try to work within the modality of whatever your personal belief system is, but just know that you are supported and that powerful, higher vibrational entities are working behind the scenes for your benefit. Cultivate that relationship with them. Make sure that they know it's important to you that you all have a relationship. Talk to them about your problems, make offerings. Just really accept and act like you are in fact blessed and supported by those entities that I just named, okay? Especially with regard to recognition and celebration for who you are as a person, your accomplishments, the challenges that you've overcome, and also accept that the desires that you have, especially if they are very persistent, something or someone that you've been wanting to connect with or have or experience for like years, there's a reason for that. And regardless of how the situation may turn out, if you actually bring that into your life and get to manifest it and experience it, again, it's for a reason. Whether you get married and like live happily ever after forever, or you have a really intense but temporary connection with someone, there's always something to take away from it to help you level up, evolve, and grow. Okay, so just trust that the experiences that you're allowing yourself to have this week are divinely guided and for you. Okay, so that is what I have for the earth signs this week. I sincerely hope that this message, this reading, has been helpful. If you know any earth signs, sun, moon, or rising that might benefit from these messages, feel free to tag them below. Leave me some comments. Let me know how this reading landed. And if you would like a personal reading, you can go to my website, writingwithtarot.com, and you can purchase a spread. Readings are delivered in a very similar format to this one within 48 to 72 hours of purchase. And if you have any questions or anything that you would like clarified, feel free to use the contact me form on my website, or you can shoot me a DM on Instagram. Either one is fine. Again, I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.